Sir, initializing our live stream show. Looking for a protagonist. Tracking. He sounds like a strong silent type. Sir, I'm going to call in.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is Daryl, and I'm here with another Give It a Whirl video. This time with a demo that I hope is a part of a series of demos that I play as a part of Steam Next Fest, which is going on right now. The first game I wanted to talk about from that is Mullet Mad Jack. I don't quite remember where I heard about this game the first time. Part of me thinks it was like maybe a skill up video or maybe an ACG video or some YouTuber that I might have been watching that said, hey, this game is coming and that looks cool. And I agree. The game looks really cool. And it's very stylish. It's got that cyberpunk, synthwave, Outrun kind of style going for it with the anime, well, specifically 80s, 90s era anime aesthetic going for it, and it feels really, really doggone good to play. So I just want to talk about that real quick. So Mullet Mad Jack is a roguelike game. It's a roguelike first-person shooter. And the general premise of the game is, well, actually, let me read it right here real quick, because I only have like 10 seconds to do so. Far into the future, men and internet emerged into a new being. Humans need dopamine every 10 seconds or else they die. The world is now ruled by super rich AI robots called robillionaires. Like robot billionaires, robillionaires. Those who dare to live every 10 seconds of life to kill these robots are called moderators. And in my mind, that is a very unique premise, but that's more like the lore of the world itself rather than what you're actually supposed to be doing. In this case, you are supposed to go and rescue the influencer princess from the robot scum, as Peace Corp will tell you. She got like live streams, cyberpunk, dopamine from internet, AI overlords, saving a princess from a castle that isn't really a castle, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, there are a lot of things in here that are like very close to home and topical in some cases, and others that you have definitely experienced before in other games, but it's in a new coat of paint and it actually feels very unique for what it is.
But if you bore the audience not killing anything, they will let you die after 10 seconds. Ready? Go moderate these damn robots! You passed the test! You're not dead! Oh, hold on! Our princess is near! Tracking! You have 10 floors to reach our princess! But if you die, you come back to all these floors! You read the terms and services of our app, right? Here goes the first floor! Good luck! You have 10 seconds! Destroy these damn robots!
First of all, I can't get enough of the presentation of the game. It's very satirical, at least that's the way it presents itself, but it dedicates so hard to it that I can't help but also take it seriously. Like, it knows it's a goofy game, it knows it's a goofy premise, and it knows it's completely asinine to some extent. But damn it, it's going to make sure you have fun doing it. You get mullet ranks, for God's sake. As for the combat, I wouldn't call the combat complicated, it's actually pretty straightforward. Left mouse button, play with mouse and keyboard. Or at least, I'm not telling you to play with mouse and keyboard, that's just what I played with, and it was the easiest time for the most part. I can't imagine trying to play this on a controller, but that's just me. It's a very fast-paced game, so I recommend mouse and keyboard and mouse. Anyway, left mouse button shoots your gun, right mouse button does a melee attack or dashes based on the context of what you're doing in the moment. You have 10 floors to go through to look for the influencer princess and rescue her. So, floor 1, you kill robots. You only have 10 seconds to live. Every time you kill an enemy, though, chat gets that dopamine rush and sends that through their likes and stuff like that into your bloodstream, as the game will put it, and that's how you get health back. You could also get it back when you're like kicking in vending machines and stuff like that. The whole point, though, is it's all influencer chat controlling your life, basically, in a nutshell. Which, for any streamer, is a scary concept. Seriously, if you stream, just imagine your chat has to give you life to live. That's crazy. Anyway, novelties aside, you have 10 floors to go through, and every 10 floors, that 10th floor, 10th, 20th, I'm assuming 30th, the demo ends after the 20th floor, you have a final boss of that run to fight. The 2 I fought in the demo weren't exactly difficult. I actually had a harder time against the enemies in the floors themselves when you're trying to rush through without getting yourself killed while also trying to keep your timer up. Because again, every time you kill an enemy, you get a second back. Or if you get a buff, or not a buff, if you get an upgrade, a temporary upgrade, because roguelites, or roguelikes, I confuse the two all the time. Either way around, if you get a specific upgrade for it, then you can get like an extra second or 2 based on whatever you're doing. But that's besides the point. You really just have 10 seconds in general if you don't pick one of those upgrades to go and do your thing per floor without dying. Because when you die, you start over from floor 1 until you clear floor 10. Then you'll start over from floor 10 if you die on, say, like floor 17 or something.
Thank you!
Ready, go!
Harvesting your death data to improve our weapon ads. Here we go again!
I'd say my experience with the first 10 floors were pretty smooth. They were pretty easy. Like, I only really died when I got hung up on old habits. Like, oh, I didn't kill an enemy behind me. Daryl, you have 4 seconds left to live. Just go through the exit. Don't bother hunting for the enemy to kill. All for me to just bite the bullet at the last second. But there were also points where, during those 10 floors, where I really feel like I should not have made it to the end with some of the stuff I did. Like, you should be dashing like crazy, but also not like crazy because you can run into something that could kill you if you're not careful. But at the same time, you can't really be leisurely and just walk around at your own pace either. You kind of have to just shoot first, ask questions later, really. And honestly, in my mind, I think, I don't know if they intended for this to be the case, but when you get to the boss fights, it feels easier because, at least I'm assuming this, they want you to kind of have a breather fight where you're not stuck, worrying about your timer. Because when you get to those points, when you get to the boss of floor 10, when you get to the boss of floor 20, I can't speak for like when the full game is released and what they're going to do for the later floors or not, but at least for those two, conveniently Peace Corps and the live stream and stuff will go down, meaning that your life is no longer dependent on chat's likes and stuff like that. It's just your general life in general. It's your life force. So it goes from a flat 10-second countdown to you have 99% of your health, and it's like a standard health bar kind of thing. I think they only really did that, in my opinion, to kind of give you a fight you can kind of, I don't want to say chill through, but like something that doesn't feel like it's high octane steaks. Because frankly, if it was just nothing but that, then I would imagine that it would get monotonous after a while, or at least that's what I thought until I got to floor 11 and they started introducing environmental hazards besides just things that explode and things you have to like dash through. And you're thinking, do I have enough time / health to get through this? If I don't, I need to find a way to pick that up, but you better be moving while you're thinking, because again, that clock is ticking. On a final note, I'm going to talk about the shop items. The shop items are actually really damn important. Like, the upgrades don't feel that minuscule. Like, of course, you have like stuff like, oh, this bumps it up, it bumps your not damage, but like you get like maybe a larger clip for like 25% larger clip than usual. I don't even remember where my clip is because I wasn't really looking at it. I was just shooting and reloading as quickly as possible. You can buy shotguns, you can buy things that augment how your abilities work, you can buy things that also modify the environment, so like explosive barrels or explosive ice extinguishers, which will freeze enemies in place so you can just one-shot them. It's a lot of useful stuff that doesn't feel like it won't matter in the long run. And after you complete a boss floor, you get the ability to add a permanent upgrade to I forget his name. Is his name actually Jack? I don't remember. He doesn't have a name when the game like starts up, or at least I didn't notice it, but I'm assuming it's Jack. The game's called Mullet Mad Jack. So Jack. I'm just gonna say Jack. You can get a permanent upgrade to Jack / yourself, and that permanent upgrade will carry over into your next life after you die. Or at least that's the one that I got. There are other permanent upgrades that you can get, but that's the one that I got because that just seemed like the most useful one. So generally speaking, shop is important and actually has some good items in it, but you only really get to pick from one of 3. But you know, they'll cycle in and out as you go. And that's that. That's my first impressions of Mullet Mad Jack. Which means that's the end of this video. I am very much looking forward to this game whenever it actually does drop. I want to assume it'll drop this year, but I'd have to double check that. And I'll just leave it up to Future Daryl to put that on the screen as to when this game actually comes out, if it has at least a release year or window of some sort. So with that said, I'm Tuss Daryl. I hope you enjoyed your stay. See you guys later. Bye.